In this lesson, we're going to learn how to draw the coordinate system. The coordinate system is really a way to locate points, and it usually consists of two lines and they intersect at the origin. This is a grid, and I'm going to show you how to draw it. We first draw a vertical line, and we want to give it a name. We call it y-axis. Then we draw another line, horizontal line, and we call it x-axis. So these two lines intersect at the origin. Here is the origin, and it's really just 0. For these two lines, doesn't it look similar to a number line? Yeah. Then we can put the numbers on it. We put some positive numbers on this line. 1, 2. This is the positive numbers, and what about negative numbers? Just on the left hand side. So is -1, -2, 4. For this vertical line, we want to put the positive numbers above and put the negative numbers below. Okay. And as you can see, we have 4 areas, 4 regions. And in this case, we just want to have a new name to describe it. We call it quadrant or quadrants for these 4 areas. And just to describe the same thing, in math we have a lot of new terms to describe this kind of the same thing, and quadrants really means the regions. And in each quadrant, let's say we have this first quadrant, and this is a second quadrant, this is the third one, this is the fourth one. So in each quadrant we have some points on it. Just imagine this coordinate system like a map, and we want to locate the specific point. And for that specific point, we call it ordered pair, and the address for the ordered pair is xy. That's the general form, and xy can be anywhere. It could be here, it could be here, because the xy just variable, it can be representing any number. Once we have a specific number, then we will figure out that location. If, let's say, if I have a point on here, now we have the point, but what's the address, right? What's the x and y values? To figure out that, we first draw this dotted lines, and we see there's 2 right here. So our x value will be 2. Then the y value is, we draw this dotted line, and it's also 2. So they are both positive numbers. And with that, we can say that any point on the first quadrant, the both values will be positive. So I use this symbol to represent positive. But what about we have a point on the second quadrant? Again, we draw this dotted lines to figure out that, and x value is -2. The y value is 2, positive 2. So 1 negative and 1 positive, and the general form for the any points on the second quadrant will be negative and positive. For the number on the third quadrant, let's see right here. Same thing, we draw this dotted lines, and the x value is -2. The y value is -1. So any point on the third quadrant, their sign will be both negative. And the last one on this fourth quadrant, we draw this dotted line, and we see that x value is 2 and y value is -1. So the general form is positive, comma, negative. That's a sign for the points. Let's see some examples of how to draw the coordinate, how to draw those points. And again, for the general form of the point is x comma y. X and y can represent any numbers. And as you can see, there are some points. And we have some letters right now. And it really means the name for that specific point. This parenthesis just like a address for that point. Once you figure out that location, let's say there's the point, and I want to name it. I want to name it like A. This is A, and the address is 2.1. And let's see how to find it. First one, we have 2 comma 1. They are both positive. So for the x value, we gotta figure out the number, that's 2 along the x-axis, and along the y-axis is y value is 1. So there are multiple ways to draw the graph, but what I might show you is we start from 0 and graph x value. Since x value is 2, we move from 0 to 2 units to the right. Then the y value is 1, is positive 1, so we move up 1 unit. And here the location is our final destination. And we call it A, letter A. And the address is 2 comma 1. For this 3 comma 0, similar, we start from 0. And x is along the x-axis, so we're searching to this number. So we start from 0 and move to the right 3 units, 1, 2, 3. But the y value is 0, which means we don't move at all. We just stay where we are right now. But let's say if y is 2, then we can start move to the 2 units up or down. But in this case, it's 0, so we don't move at all. This is where we are. And it's B, and the address is 3 comma 0. Third one, 0 comma -2. 0 is the x value, but it's 0 means we don't move at all. We only care about the y value this time, and it's -2, so we move down 2 units from 0. So 1, 2, and here is our final destination. This is D, and 0 comma -2. Last one is -4 comma -3. The x value is -4, so we start from 0 and move to the left, since that's negative, and left 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have a value for y, and it's -3, so we start here and move down 3 units. 1, 2, 3, and here is our final destination. And we call it E -4, -3.